Hello and welcome to Daily Records. I am Tommy Burton and we are talking about soundtracks for the month of August. And here's one that, for better or for worse, we're going to talk about it. This is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This was a double album released on July 17th, 1978. And it bears the name of Beatles producer George Martin. And if you're not familiar with this, I don't know what all to tell you. But other than this is the soundtrack to the movie of this name, featuring songs by the Beatles. Peter Frampton, the Bee Gees, Aerosmith, Alice Cooper, Earth, Wind & Fire, Steve Martin, Paul Nicholas, Billy Preston. Robert Stigwood decided in the mid-70s that he wanted to do a musical based on the Beatles' music. Of course, you can't go wrong. Some of the greatest pop music ever written. And so they basically shut down the idea of it. This was in 75 when he started to hatch these plans. And then later on, he started up again. Frampton and the Bee Gees, interesting combination, as you can imagine. Not sure how they would go well together at this point. And I mean, it goes without saying that the Bee Gees were probably some of the best Beatles impersonators around up to that point. But I don't know. My silence is probably speaking volumes. This was a historical album. It actually was the first record to return platinum. There were over 4 million copies of it taken off store shelves and shipped back to distributors. There were hundreds of thousands of copies that were actually destroyed by RSO. And it was a huge financial loss. Now, the Bee Gees, who were enjoying quite a bit of commercial success, their musical reputation was tarnished. And, there were a few great moments on here, and I'll go ahead and highlight those, and probably some of the ones that you're most familiar with. The Aerosmith version of Come Together. Aerosmith came out of this project relatively unscathed. The Earth, Wind & Fire version of Got to Get You Into My Life, which is a really, really great version. Everything else is utterly forgettable. I can't think of many things in here that are probably worth hearing. Really, it's just standard versions, and it's a shame because some artists that actually probably would have fared much better, like Frampton and the Bee Gees. You would think that a project like this would carry so much greatness. I mean, you've got two people at the peak of their commercial success, Frampton, the Bee Gees, just really good. The performances are really clumsy. A lot of people that just are not well suited for those particular songs. Steve Martin, George Burns, and Alice Cooper in particular. But the soundtrack has become legendary because it is so horribly bad. I can't say anything good about it except for those two songs, which are available elsewhere. So, other than as a novelty and a curio piece, there's not really any reason at all anyone should ever hear this, much less see the movie. So, sorry guys. Today's Daily Record, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the soundtrack. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Disagree with me. Let me know down below what you think. Tell me how foolish I am for not liking this any more than I do. Love interacting with you guys. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's TommyBurton75. I usually show what I'm spinning on there. In the meantime, I'll see you all again tomorrow with another Daily Record.